All right? Because HLC has put out a new video. So we're going to stay topical, but we're going to have fun with it. So, are we ready? Are we set? Let's fucking go.
All of my hospitals must be aware and prepared for mass casualty events in the case of war. What do you know that I don't? The world is changing very quickly, and you should know this.
True story.
There is nothing wrong with being prepared. No, I mean, I don't disagree with you being prepared. It's just your version of prepared and my version are significantly different. You want to prepare your hospitals, to take care of people when they get hurt. I want to prepare to win. I don't really have to take care of the bad guys if they don't exist anymore.
Yeah, Frank, that's kind of preparing yourself to lose there, isn't it? I guess the thing, if the bad guys show up and you just eliminate all of them, all the ones that survive, you can be like, well, I don't have the infrastructure to really take care of you guys. Maybe next time just don't start some shit.
Yeah, then there's the old, Canadian option, like, I can't take care of this many POWs. Looks like I need less of them.
Yeah, well, baby. Ever from Kenya. You really don't want to piss off the Canadians. Don't make the mistake of what's going on these days. The Canadians have gotten weak. You piss us off and, well, it's game fucking on all over again.
Ta-da. Oh, come on, dear. That was one, maybe two times. Can't remember.
Yeah.
I know one for sure. Canada, sometimes your roots, still seep through. Wasn't there a teacher that just got, administratively put on leave or something like that because he had a bunch of 10-year-olds repeatedly watching the Charlie Kirk assassination? I know, right?
I didn't hear about this. Granted, I have not actively been looking for anything regarding the Charlie Kirk shooting. I have decidedly, for my own mental health, been avoiding looking at that stuff. I didn't know that happened. And said oh, fuck me. Okay, I'm telling you right now, I, nor probably most Canadians, claim that fucking teacher if that teacher said that Charlie deserved it. Don't claim him. Don't fucking claim him.
Bunch of fucking weak-ass 10-year-olds. That is abhorrent and evil. Hate to agree with Beans on Toast on this one, but yeah, he's right. That's pretty fucked up, dude. Oh, of course. Now you guys are going to put that on the checklist, too. Until it's on there, you run your own country and I'll run mine, dear.
I feel like the world is healing.
No, Buff, do not encourage that. And you, Mr. Free Speech Absolutist. Aren't there a bunch of people losing their jobs over their opinion about Charlie Kirk's murder? Freedom of speech does not mean freedom of consequence.
Yes.
Now, I want to break that part down a little bit because I want everyone to understand I'm not a fan of cancel culture. Never really have been. Never going to be. However, people saying the...
Okay. There's a difference between quote-unquote cancel culture and celebrating someone's death because they expressed an opinion. That's not cancel culture. That's not cancel culture at all. It is not. Cancel culture is if someone expresses an opinion that you don't like and you say that that person should lose their job, lose their home, and lose everything because they basically said something that you just disagree with on. When you are basically celebrating someone's murder because the person who was murdered basically just expressed a different opinion and all they did was talk, but they were not advocating for death to anyone, that is not the same. And anyone that tries to say it's the same, sit down, we gotta talk.
Really have been, never going to be. However, people saying the awful shit that they are about the assassination of Charlie Kirk especially in certain professions, could, number one, bring some doubt into their professionalism based on certain circumstances. For example, a healthcare worker, if a conservative comes in injured, are they as likely to maintain them or take care for them in the exact same way they would somebody else?
Yeah.
Furthermore, it also opens them up to litigation in the future. For educators specifically, if they start teaching their students kind of the way that they feel, and it's almost impossible to combat because everyone has some level of bias, myself included.
True.
But if they come home and they tell their parents that they were learning about things a certain way, that school system could then be sued.
I think it's more, I think it's, to expound upon that a little bit more, it's not, I don't think it's so much about that they learned about things in a certain way. It's like, yeah, like Zeb, I think I know what HLC is trying to say here, but he's trying to be delicate with it. What he's basically saying is if a teacher is teaching their students that a certain subset of people are horrible and that they deserve to be murdered, then absolutely, yeah, I think that's what he's referencing, where the school could be sued. I don't think he's referring to just basically teaching. Yeah, I don't think he's referring to simply like a teacher teaching the students and basically having like their own small, like maybe their bias might influence a little bit in a way that they're teaching them from their personal perspective, but they're still giving them factual information. His reference is basically referring to Canada on this one, which is, where a teacher was showing students the shooting and thus potentially mentally scarring them, so causing them mental health issues, but also, like, yes, it is like if they are like indoctrinating them, saying this person deserved to die because of their beliefs. If that's what a teacher is teaching students, then yes, that opens the school up to being sued. So I do think that HLC is trying to be delicate in how he's presenting this. That's why HLC needs to monetize. I don't, and that's why I'm being much more forthright and upfront, and clear about it. So I respect the fact that HLC's got to try and keep his monetization, so he's trying to be delicate in his presentation. I'm under no such obligation, so that's why I'm saying if you have a teacher that is teaching children that this person died and it's good that they died because of their ideological views, yeah, that's going to get that's going to present a lawsuit to the school. Absolutely, because that teacher is fucking wrong on that level.
So it's kind of the safe thing to just be like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah, I also heard they finally caught the guy, girl, them, they, these, they're fucking non-binary toaster oven, fucking F-22, whatever the hell they want to identify as.
Oh no.
Identifies a threat.
Well, that's the other thing, Buff. I don't think that we should really focus on stuff like that. Like when it first happened and they posted the pictures of the suspect, oh my God, everyone came out of the woodwork and, oh, it's a conservative. And then you find out the individual had a trans roommate and they're like, oh, it's a liberal. This is an evil person who did evil things, who was radicalized by their beliefs and their internet. That's really what happened.
Yes.
That's what I'm curious about. I would like to know, and I'm sure the FBI will eventually get to the bottom of it, who and from what country radicalized this individual so much that they felt that was the choice that had to be made.
Yes. This is what we talked about in the last React in Legal Mindsets. This is why I want to know who this person was following in their internet. Whose websites were they constantly going to? Whose streams were they constantly looking at? That I want to know, because if they were a frequenter of a certain streamer, hell is going to pay. If that's the case. I'm waiting to see if and when the FBI will disclose that.
I can't wait to find out if it's from a foreign country. I wonder if
It's
it's
not.
Winnie the Kung Pao chicken over there in West Taiwan.
No. Buff, I'm sorry. No, it's not going to be a foreign country. This person, unfortunately, I think is going to be homegrown. Unfortunately. This person is going to be, because God knows we don't need any foreign influence on this. There's plenty of fucking people in the States that are just vomiting up this kind of hateful rhetoric on a minute by minute basis. And it's so yeah, unfortunately this is going to be homegrown. And it's just going to be a determination now. It's a waiting game, a determination to see what particular internet sources they frequented the most.
Why would China get anything from the assassination of just a talking head on the internet? If I wanted to take somebody out, you would never know.
Shut the fuck up, Winnie the Pooh. I know what Buff is talking about here. Buff is talking about it. Buff is going the angle of a foreign power influencing someone in the state do this to facilitate a civil war. That's what Buff was talking about. Granted, fucking West Taiwan's just like, oh no, not us. Well, Mars, it's wrong country. I'm sure we'll get there. Don't worry. It's HLC. I'm sure we'll get there.
Yeah, sure we would. Their rifle would jam after the first round, their plate carrier would be made out of cardboard, and their car would break the fuck down as they tried to get away. Everything's Timu quality from you, fuckface.
I saw that NASA says there's signs of ancient life on Mars. I didn't know we had F-22s that long ago. They didn't
for God's
exactly say that, per se. It's kind of a lack of an answer. You see, no one in the scientific community wants to be like, this is proof of extraterrestrial life. Nobody wants to be that guy unless you have absolute 100% definitive proof. So they're just saying, look, no other answer makes sense to this.
Well,
can we say Shanghai Special Ed for West Taiwan?
Gray matter, West Taiwan is far more insulting than Shanghai Special Ed. Far more insulting. Yeah, well, they were saying that the possibility of ancient life on Mars was possible when they discovered liquid water at the poles. They did years ago when they discovered the liquid water on the poles, like beneath the surface of the pole, beneath the surface of the caps. They discovered liquid water. They postulated way back then that the fact that there was liquid water on Mars means that there is a strong possibility that at some point there was at least some form of life, even if it was microbial in nature. So they've already said this a long time ago.
And it's like microbial life, man. Don't worry about it. Microbial life. You mean like Russia's wiener?
Oh, shit, I'm so fucking proud of that little guy. Oh, shit. I didn't even have that one in my head. Well done, kid.
You shut up your mouth.
I'll let him finish.
Maybe sometime in the near future, America needs to understand what it's like to fight a real war. Like I am against the Nazi threat that is Ukraine.
Shut up, Slavic Special Ed. Fucking throwing that word around.
From Grandpa Buff, let's call them Temu, Mexico.
Throwing that fucking word around, fucking Slavic Special Ed. Shut the fuck up.
It had to be done, and I didn't think I was going to go that hard with it. I was not expecting that word, and it went a little bit harder than I intended. And I regret nothing.
I mean, I'm not trying to talk no shit, but I'm going to talk some shit. I've talked to people who are pretty close to the situation, and based on current ammo, capability, numbers, weapon systems, their estimate was that we could fold Russia and Ukraine in about 72 hours. I would like to
Damn.
see you fucking try. Or have you forgotten that I have nuclear weapon?
I'll be honest with you, maybe I'm the only one
Uh-huh.
here, but based on how well I've seen your equipment operate in Ukraine, I'm not really confident those things fucking function. You know, we spend more like maintaining our nuclear weapons every year than like North Korea's entire GDP, right? Which ain't
Yeah.
much. I mean, we spend 4 times their GDP on missiles alone.
Yeah, Russia, I don't know if I'd be talking that much shit. Didn't you take a display T-90 from UAE and now it's been sent to the front lines of Ukraine?
Fucking serious. Hey, heard about that. They are so desperate for armament, they took a display T-90 and threw it on the front line? Oh my god. Oh, that's classic Russia. My fucking god.
And that's a statement you guys put out. Also, you just asked for the S-400s back from Turkey that you sold them like
What?
3 years ago because you need
What?
to plus up your own stockpiles. Oh, and you pushed India's orders of S-400s back another 2 years potentially because you can't produce them fast as they're getting destroyed. It's called war. Maybe you should look it up.
Oh, what? Wait, Russia is into, like, consuming kink? Okay, someone get a giant fucking anaconda to eat Russia, and then maybe he'll calm down because we've satisfied his kink. Australia, I'm looking at you. You got the biggest fucking ones I could think of. Send them the fuck over.
Sometime.
Why do we gotta look it up, motherfucker? We got the first place ribbon.
I'm inferring here a little bit, but Uncle Sam, don't you think that this is a backdoor way for them to get back into the F-35 program? Because we kicked them when they bought the S-400s, and now if they give them back, they could potentially be in the F-35 program again.
Hey,
It's very possible, and that's
interesting.
kind of what I told them, is that as long as you have S-400s, you're not getting F-35s. Oh, come
No.
on. Another country? I don't even like Turkish food. Shut up. While Turkey is on the low end of countries I trust in NATO, they have the
Is it?
second largest standing army in NATO. Now, granted,
Oh,
their
do
equipment
they?
is quite dated, their training is substandard, but they got the numbers.
Numbers don't win wars there, Uncle
Yeah.
Sam. I win
True.
wars.
I agree, but numbers help. So in like 20, 30 years, when they leave NATO, and then they're no longer our friend, I'm going to be able to bonk some nerds. I'm
Oh
okay with
no.
I doubt
Of
it will be
course.
as easy as you think it is. Oh, what? You think it'll be easier? You know, hats off to you for the humble pie you just had, man. Good job. Did you really just spend $60 million for your space carrier program? I thought that was a joke.
The only joke here is your military there, beans on toast.
Stop it.
Space
I
carrier.
agree. $60 million probably isn't enough to get me one up there, but it's at least enough for like designs and to get something on paper and maybe a concept. Or maybe you forgot that we just be building shit.
Uh-huh.
This time, America, you're not the only one. You finally created a beans launcher? Or is it a toast launcher? Although
Oh.
technically a toaster is a toast launcher.
Oh, is that what it is, Wargod? They're working on an orbital satellite carrier? Okay. Okay, so it's a satellite carrier. So it's a carrier so they can they can bring multiple satellites up into space at once and launch multiple satellites into, like, I'm guessing low Earth orbit. Okay. You're gonna laugh at me. I don't care. He said space carrier program, and I immediately thought of, wait a minute, are we getting fleet carriers for real? Are they actually like making like space fighter ships, and we're gonna have fleet carriers up in low Earth orbit? Is this gonna be a thing? But it's for satellite arrays. Okay, that makes sense.
Launcher? Or is it a toast launcher? Although technically a toaster is a toast launcher. You just have to upgrade the springs. But anyways, I'm proud of you.
What
A
the hell,
European
kid?
company known as MBDA has now showcased a tank-fired missile. Oh, now who's in the past, America? You
Wait,
realize the Soviet Union made that, like, decades ago, right? Yeah, I hate to say he's right, but we're kind of taking a step backwards here. What's so special about it? Well, if you want to listen, Russia, the Acheron. And basically, yes, it's a missile that just loads like a regular tank shell, but it can get its
Right?
GPS and other guidance from outside sources. So you could fire from your tank behind cover and then stay behind cover, unlike Russia's design, which has to be laser guided, so you have to be exposed. And then this thing will fly out, climb, and drop down right on top of the tank. As well, they've also showcased that it is immune to all current versions of Russian jamming. Never thought I'd say this, but
Interesting.
yeah, I fuck with that. That is.
Uh-huh.
Does it come in 120? Yes, the munition itself is 120 millimeters in diameter, which means that it will fit your Abrams, it'll fit my Charlie, it'll fit the K2, pretty much all NATO tanks, as well as the Leopard.
Reaper? More than just artillery. They are a portable missile platform now. And considering they're 120 millimeter, what's the load capacity gonna be? Oh, how many are they gonna be able to carry? Because I could see them basically having tank divisions specifically for this kind of armament. How many are they going to be able to carry in their magazines? Ugh, fucking hell. Well, it carries 45 shells, but the question is, it's under 20 millimeter and can fit in the main gun. But dimensionally speaking, can they sit a full 45? It's, whoa. Oh, this just got really fucking interesting. Oh, T. Jenny? Bitches don't just love cannons. Bitches love missile-firing cannons.
A fire and forget main gun javelin. Oh, I'm feeling something right down in my giblets. I get that
Yeah.
sometimes too. They said it was a hernia. I just think my body's trying to grow a third testicle.
America, did you happen to see that me and Cuba have begun working together and they have now switched over to a Chinese payment system?
Okay. So what?
Now Cuba will be able to make international payments in the yuan. Ah, shit, congratulations.
Hey. Is that what the name of China's currency is? I thought that was South Korea's currency, the yuan. Is that China's currency also? Okay. Different spellings. Okay, different spellings. Okay, that's what threw me off.
Yeah, West Taiwan and Southern Florida.
Southern
we'll go with
Taiwan.
that. Anyways,
Oh.
well, now you guys get to be broke in two forms of currency. That's cool.
Yes, Bible. Yes, like USD versus CAD. Yep, gotcha. I don't think I'd ever heard of what the Chinese currency was ever called. I don't think I'd ever heard it before. That's time why it threw me. I'm like, wait, what? Kind of threw me off a little bit. That was good, wasn't it?